I do audio work for a small production crew, nothing glamorous. I haul gear, run cables, keep batteries charged, and boom mics out of frame. I never touch the camera. I like being behind the scenes, unnoticed, useful. That's kind of my thing. Last month, we were filming on a property off Hawthorne Lane. If you're local, you might know it. Dead-end road, thick trees, a house that looked like it had been swallowed and spit out by the woods. We were going to use it for B-roll, mostly. Dramatic shots of decay, crumbling staircases, rotting beams. Real atmospheric stuff. Second day on site. I was in the attic clearing space when I found an old VCR. Looked like it hadn't been touched in decades. It was tucked behind some insulation, wedged between two beams like someone didn't want found. Next to it was a torn paper bag with 6 VHS tapes inside. Handwritten dates on white labels. 1996 through 1999. I should have told the team. Should have handed it over or dumped it all together. But there was something about the weight of it, the dust, the smell, the way the bag split in my hands, that made me feel like I was meant to see it. So I took it home, hooked up the VCR to my bedroom TV with a bunch of cables I forgot I even had. I didn't sleep the night I watched the first tape. It started with a man filming the house, the same house we'd been filming in. The wallpaper was different, older, yellowed, peeling like skin. The man, he didn't speak, just walked through the rooms until he reached the attic. Then he turned the camera around. He stood in front of it and stared. Still, no blinking. Then he opened his mouth, not to talk, just open it, slow, cracking wide enough to make the mic pop. Blood ran from the corners. Something fell out his mouth. Dark, small, looked like a tooth. The tape ended there. The second tape was worse. Basement footage. Whoever held the camera was breathing hard, whispering something I couldn't make out. The floor was covered in scratches. Deep grooves like something had been dragged, like nails had clawed through the concrete. The camera jolted. There was a figure at the edge of the light, just for a second, crawling, like a person, but somehow not like a person, like a bad imitation. The camera fell and recorded a wooden chair for a split second. Static. Then nothing. Tape 3 didn't play. Just a high-pitched tone that made my cat hiss and bolt from the room. I watched the others slowly over days. One showed people in robes around a table in the woods. They poured something, ash, I think, over what looked like a woman's body. Her mouth was packed with dirt. One of them said, "Not enough soot. She won't cross." Then someone laughed. Another tape showed someone standing over an open hole in the basement floor. Just raw earth. No ladder, just a single chair in the middle of the room. They dropped something down the hole it looked like a handful of black hair and said, "Take this and forget her face." The sixth tape opened on a room I haven't seen before, long and windowless, bare except for the chair. The same chair from the other tapes. The same woman, now seated and still, her eyes half-lidded, breathing but barely. She said nothing while the camera circled the room, pained to the walls. There was something scrawled low in the corner, almost out of frame. I rewound, paused, rewound again. The words weren't English. It looked like a faint quote carved into the paint. Corpus tuum memoriam portabit. I didn't know what it meant, but I said it aloud anyway. Quiet, slow, just testing the shape of it in my mouth. I gave tape 3 another try the day after. It started to play. The footage began mid-sentence. There was a man in the attic, older, eyes sunken, mouth full of something dark. He looked straight into the lens. She walks when the tape ends. Then he stepped aside, revealing the woman. The same woman again. No ropes, no movement. But her mouth is clean now and she's smiling. I boxed them all, every tape, unplugged the VCR, wound the cords tight, like that would mean something. Left everything in the attic under a sheet, like you can smother a nightmare if you're quick enough. I didn't go back up there for days, thinking how I could get them out of the house, how I could destroy them so that nobody find them like I did. But last night when I got home from work, I found a 7th tape lying on my hallway floor. No label, just a smear of ash across the top edge, like someone dragged it through a dead fireplace. The time code wasn't blank. It ran backward. I plugged the VCR again and I watched it. It started outside, framed through branches, through distance, the way you'd watch prey. The camera was aimed at my house, not Hawthorne, my actual home, my driveway, My window. The living room light was on. The image was shaky, zoomed in, and through the glass, I could see myself. Same shirt, same mug, same slouched posture. I never realized I had until I saw it from outside. I paused the tape and just stared at the TV. I pressed play again. The footage jumped. A new angle, still grainy, still handheld, but closer now. Inside, static swallowed the first few seconds, but when it cleared, I was looking at my own bedroom. At myself. I was asleep, still, covered with my blanket, my breathing just barely visible. Then the tape cut to black and ejected itself. I tried to get rid of the tapes, burned one, buried another, tossed the rest in a locked storage bin. But the next morning, they were all back where I found them. Same stack, same dust. I told myself maybe I'd imagined taking them out at all. I don't know what's happening. I didn't steal them. I didn't break anything. But I think watched them out of order. I rewound what I wasn't supposed to see, and I said something out loud I didn't understand. I'm afraid if I fall asleep again, there'll be an 8th tape waiting when I wake up.